You know, Greta, we're in a remarkable situation. Number one, the way Congress is supposed to work, the way it's worked for centuries, is that Congress should pass appropriations one topic at a time, not everything mashed into a giant CR. So what he calls the piecemeal process is the traditional process of legislating. But number two, the person that laid out this approach was President Barack Obama. A couple of days ago, President Obama gave a speech to the American people where he said if there's a shutdown, Social Security will continue, Medicare will continue, the men and women of the military will be paid. But then he detailed, and look, that was a big concession there because Barack Obama for months had been threatening Social Security and Medicare and the men and women of the military, so he finally conceded what we had been saying for months. But then he listed the areas that President Obama intended to cut. And he said that Border Patrol agents were not going to be paid. He said he was going to shut down national parks and memorials. He said that he was going to shut down much of the VA. And what did the House of Representatives do? It said, Mr. President, we have heard you, and we are responding with bipartisan cooperation. Mr. President, you said you don't want to shut down the VA. Fine. We'll pass a bill that funds the VA in its entirety, because whatever happens in a shutdown, our veterans shouldn't pay the price. And what happened today when it came over to the Senate? Harry Reid and the Democrats objected. So right now, Greta, this instant, the VA would be funded in its entirety if it were not for Harry Reid and the Senate Democrats. Every House Republican voted to fund the VA, and every Senate Republican supports funding the VA as President Obama asked us to, but it is because Harry Reid is shutting down the government and he's objecting to allowing us to fund the VA. He's effectively saying he wants to hold veterans hostage in order to force Obamacare on the American people. And listen, I think that gamesmanship, I think it's cynical, I think it's partisan, and I think the American people understand the games he's playing.